Alright, hey everybody. Hope your Wednesday's good so far. Say that I've actually had a pretty relaxing Wednesday, just been able to work on my normal projects, haven't had to run around all over the place, so it's been nice. But, so let's get started. We're going to be working some more on... Okay. That's fine. We'll be working some more on Lua scripts today. Oh yeah, see, this is all obsolete, so that's what it's complaining about. So, where were we? I think I just finished loading in the Lua scripts here, and then I think the mod translator even put the correct functions into the piece of behavior. Alright, so now I guess let's try and play and see what happens. I don't see any errors. Okay, yeah, let's just restart Unity, I guess. Awkward, this happens right at the beginning of the stream, but maybe it has to do something with the netcode, I don't know. Okay, I don't know what was going on, but so build and run. Always takes a little bit longer on the first try. Now, I expect what will happen is we'll get errors, and that's fine because we don't have any Lua functions, but I want to see exactly what error it gives us. Okay, so we got an exception. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn this off. Mod deboter 28 or 38. Oh, okay, yeah, it's because we hadn't set up the script controller just yet. So, new script controller, this. And then I'll just have it register itself as a component. So okay. Now, do we ever call this, I wonder? Okay. Yeah, when we start to load the mod. Oh, one other thing I think we need to do is on the Lua loader. It should keep track of its the Lua error. So here, for example, and then equal EX, yeah, decorated message, and that's the message from the Lua script itself. Okay, and then, because we want to print that out definitely onto the error log. Kind of like how we do here. So, switch. We'll do the loader error. And then if it's a runtime exception or a syntax exception, or maybe we should do separate actually. Alright, so runtime exception in Lua file. And yeah, we don't need a break there. So I'll do the same thing for the syntax exception. And then anything else, we'll just use the old message. Okay. So let's see, there's something else, null reference. Mod loading screen, game link update. Okay, mod loading scene 76. It's probably because the deep loader had that error at the beginning, but I'll make sure so I don't have to build the second player again. What was the line? 76. Okay, yeah, so we definitely have done that before, so. Alright, let's see how far it gets this time. Hopefully we'll get a Lua syntax error probably. Oh nope, we got null reference. This is something else. What is it? Oh, I was trying to send a client thing when it wasn't connected. We'll have to look into that. But anyway, so where is the original error? Right here. Mod deploader update at 168. Was I saying the Lua cache is null? Oh, I guess that's true. And how did we not get any errors before that? anyway, let's try this again. That's one thing we haven't tested, is entering the lobby again from an error, so this will be a good opportunity to do that. Starting up the second player. There we go. Let's try to load chess again, see how long we get. Okay, so this time, what did it get? Mod error, no value given for move option function. Okay. So somehow we're on a blank screen. And there's two network managers. I thought that one would delete each other. Maybe, I think that's the problem we're having here. I don't remember having that problem before. So basically, if the instance has already been set, we'll just destroy this game object because it's a copy. And let's take a look at what happens when I enter the mod loading or the lobby scene, because it seemed like I was not setting up the correct screen right there. So it calls the first update. Okay, so here maybe I should have a default. Okay, so let's see what happens there. Okay, and I'll reload again. Okay, so it throws an error. We should go back in here. Okay, and we don't get any weird errors. I guess that was just because there were two network trackers, which was confusing everything. Alright, so now we know that's all working. We can go and try and actually write some Lua. let's see, so here we go, his actual mod folder. You can see this is the error log. Alright, so let's see. Okay, I think there's a couple other data fields we need to fill out now. Here, oh no, this is all obsolete. Yeah, right here. So we got the name, the player 1 model, the player 2 model, is king, promotion, and then the move option function. And we can look up, so we used to, everything would be held in here in a separate object. Right over here. So the pawn, and then everything else is just is king is false, and then we just don't even include the can promote to. Except the king will set us to true, obviously. Okay, so yeah, let's start up a Lua script. Okay, so pawn is actually kind of complicated, so let's just do something easy for now. Let's see. Well, actually, before we write this, we kind of need to figure out what information will pass to the function. Language, I don't know if it said that already. And then, so okay, yeah, let's go ahead and add the like, what would I call this? This will hold like all the data that will pass to the piece movement functions. I guess piece movement state. And then I'll add Lua at the end. Okay, so we got public piece movement state Lua. Let's see. Trying to think about the best way to do this. We already have move option calculator, and yeah, and it has its calculation arguments. Okay, so let's see. We'll want to give this, so basically all this information will need to be exposed to the script, I think. So active piece. And then we have moon sharp. And moon sharp hidden. So it'll hide the setter from the Lua scripts. And then instead of behavior ID, we'll actually pass a piece. Okay, maybe there's a better way to do this. Okay, so yeah, let's make a new namespace for Lua. This will include all functions that the Lua script can see. Okay, so this will have the string type name so moon sharp hidden. So not going to show it to me. Okay, so the piece has the type name, also position. So we don't want to send a vector 2 because in general in the Lua it's never really a good idea to use value types such as vector 2s, anything that's a struct in C#. So I think we'll actually send a table. Maybe it'd actually probably be better because this table could be edited. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. What else? Oh yeah, the owner player. then we'll have the number of moves. Okay. And we'll figure out how we'll instantiate this stuff later. Then we also will have the board information. So here we'd have public int num pieces. And then we'll need to have public piece, get piece, index, and then we'd return something. So we'll need to have a list of pieces here. And the reason we don't want to expose this list directly to Lua is because we don't want Lua to be able to change any table that's in there. So what else do we need to send? Okay, so probably the active player. And this is get, oops, probably the turn number. Number consecutive turns. Okay, so it's not confusing. Let's change this to consecutive moves. And then we'll have public int move number, so this counts, like, obviously the number of moves that have gone on in the game, as opposed to a turn, which includes each player's move, including the consecutive moves. Let's see what else is in here. There's this local player, but we don't need that. Okay, so I guess we'll actually send this board object to Lua, and then Lua can do whatever it wants. Okay, so and then I guess we'd return a table, yeah, with all the with like another table. This would determine position 0, 1. I think that's how we'll do it. Trying to remember the best. It's been a little bit since I've programmed in Lua, so I'm just trying to remember how this table insert function works. Okay, so we don't need to do table insert, I don't think. Okay, so yeah, if you call table insert without a position, then it automatically adds this object to the end of the list. That's what I was hoping. Okay, and one other thing is Lua table, or yeah, table indices are 1 base instead of 0 base like most programming languages. Okay, so also for loops. Forget the syntax for this. Okay, so we do something like let's just do something easy right now instead of trying to do an actual rook movement. Let's just make everything move forward by 1. Okay, so we return, or okay, let's do it this way. So local piece equals board get piece index. So then piece position x, and then piece position y plus 1. And try to do a curly brace, and then we'll return m. Okay, so back to the chess mod, we'll just set all movement to movement, and the function will be this rook movement. Okay. So now oh right, we don't need this object anymore. Where is that? Piece movement state. Just delete that. Okay, so now the move option calculator, let's see. Should we, I wonder, I always wondered for this calculator if it should just go with the current state or okay, I think what I'll do here is instead of having this huge thing translate, like having to send this huge thing and then the calculate move or the move option calculator will then translate this into the Lua object. I think I'll just have the caller, instead of sending the move option calculations, we'll just send the Lua object. So let's see. Okay, and this is interesting because right now we have this separate behavior move table because what move option you take might determine the next move option you can do. Because in the case of checkers, if you move forward, then you couldn't do another move. But if you hopped over a piece, then you get to continue to make movements. So I wonder how we should handle that. Well, we'll figure that out when the time comes, I think. So yeah, let's mark this as obsolete. Actually, well, before we do this, alright, so I'm going to actually copy this object. So copy and to let me paste. Okay, so this is old. And we're just going to keep this around in case we need it, but I'm going to actually select all and comment out. Alright. Because basically almost a whole lot of the logic in here is not going to be needed anymore. So it has movement options. So this would actually be something that's taken care of in the Lua script now. So yeah, I'm going to, I think we can just delete all of this, and not that last curly brace. Okay, so now what we do. So I guess we still do need a bit arguments here because we'll need to send the piece index. That might be all. So I guess I changed this type a little hastily. Let's add another object here. this will explicitly be the object that we send on move calculation calls. And then maybe we'll move some of this stuff out of here. Okay, and then in the board we also need the dimensions. I wonder if width and length is... I think that's what I call it in the table of contents, so I guess I'll stick with it. I was gonna say, I wonder if width and length is confusing and if it'd be better just to call it dimension X, dimension Y, I don't know. Okay, okay, so instead of sending the board, it'll actually send the move calc state. So what we do here, piece behavior equals database behaviors board pieces piece index dot. Oh wait, that's all. Oh wait, and here then we can do behavior ID. And then so behavior dot movement function call okay, and then we just send the move state. Okay, so yeah, this isn't obsolete anymore. Oops. Okay, so so in Moonsharp you need to do something to register your class for Lua to use. So trying to find when in the tutorial it tells you how to do that. Auto conversions, is this right? Sharing objects. Okay, yeah, this is it. So you set this Moonsharp user data. This is one way to do it, which I think it will work well for us. So. Oh wait, that's not. Also the piece. And then on our script controller, we will call, actually, when do you call this? Okay, so we call user data register assembly, and now Moonsharp will look through and get all the objects that we set for Lua to be able to know about. Okay, so now, okay, so we need to get the dynamic value from here. Oh, what did I just do? I didn't want to create a new file. I wanted to use using Moonsharp interpreter. Oh, maybe it's this. Oh yeah, I think it's this dyne value. There we go. So this returns a list of from the table. So return list. Okay, so okay, so it does have a list, or the length that we can get. So int length equals return list length. Let's see. So I guess we should throw an error if the return type is not a table, but for now we're not going to do error checking. Type equals table. And then value item equals return list. And then if item type. Okay, there it goes. Then it's showing up on the list. We also want this to be a table. Okay, and then we also see. Final options, we'll get a move option from this. Let's make a helper function here. Private bool is table. Or get table. And then I'll go ahead and set an arrow name because I know I'll need it. So let's see, if ret type, or wait, equals table, then we just return tab. That's a table, else we'll just return null for now, but we'll throw an error normally. That way we can get rid of these if statements. Oops. And table.return list equals safe get table. Alright, we need to return name. Okay, let's just not worry about that for now. Table. And then we should get x equals safe get int and we'll use pretty much the same thing. Okay, and one thing about Lua is that all numbers are doubles, so they're all decimals and there's no difference between them and say an integer, so we'll need to round here. Oh right, the default C# does not have round to int, that's a Unity thing. We don't want to get I, we want to get 1 and 2. Okay, that's another thing here, is that it needs to be all 1 based and not 0 based. Okay, and so now we have the x and y, and we can say final options add. Okay, so we'll just use this move option for now. Space equals new and vector 2 xy. Okay. I think that's all we really need to do. Oh well. Yeah, everything that calls this needs to update their move option calculations. So let's how do we want to do this? Do we need an, I don't know if we need a separate object, but we're going to need another query here to, okay, well I guess we should do one. Or maybe we just put it in the board object. Okay, so we're going to change this name to consecutive moves. Okay, so let's see, got public mods, board to Lua board. Well, the problem there is that the Lua board. Okay, so I think, yeah, we'll need to put this in some other different object. Maybe a static object to make things easier. Okay, so let's say Lua. Okay, that's good enough. So get board, and then this will need to return the normal board, and it'll also need the game database. So return. Oh, we can't do it like that actually. Okay, so width equals database, board dimensions x, board dimensions y, and then let's see the num pieces. Maybe if I don't need to do it that way. And it'll return pieces length. And we'll just hide this whole thing. So pieces equals new piece, game board pieces, count. And then what do we do? So Lua, we need to do for int I equals 0, I less than Lua board num pieces, I plus plus. Okay, also I just remembered we need to subtract 1 because again this will be a 1 based index, while C# arrays are 0 based. Okay, so pieces I equals new. Okay, so let's get the game piece actually. Okay, so we got owner. Okay, so public string get player tag. This will be player turn order switch. Because we need to, I don't know exactly how enumerations work in Moonsharp, but we might as well just return a string. Okay, so get player tag, game piece, owner. Okay, and then also, I don't know if we keep this information. Let's see. We need the piece name as it's named in the table of contents. Let's look in the mod translator and see. Okay, no, it doesn't look like it uses it. It's used. Yeah, so this is used to identify different pieces. Okay. So what we should do is here in the piece behavior, yeah, we don't need this anymore. We'll have another field, which is the string Lua tag. Okay, so I guess we'll also need the piece behavior, huh? Behavior equals game board or database behaviors game piece dot behavior ID, and so name equals behavior Lua tag. Yeah, let's change this instead of type name. Let's change it to piece name. Okay, and then is. Okay, we don't have this is king. Cool. I wonder if we should allow the table of contents to set all kinds of different flags for a piece. I think for right now I'll just stick with is king, but so is king equals behavior is king, and then it needs the position x equals game piece dot board position, position y equals game piece board position y. Oops. Alright, am I missing anything else? A number of moves. This game piece. Number of moves, okay. So I think that's all we have to do here, and so then we return the new Lua board. And then we'll have something similar. Piece. In fact, yeah, we should just pull this code out, I think. And then int piece index. And then here all we'd have to do is say Lua board Lua board pieces equals get piece I game board database. Okay, so we also need the turn info. think this is all in the game board. Okay, so we got the active player equals get player tag, active player, turn number equals game board, turn number. And then consecutive turn number. So I think that's all in there. Okay, so and then this has the turn info. So the last thing is we want to get public. Yeah, these should all be static actually. I forgot to put that. Lua move calc state get move calc state, and then here basically we'll just call get board and get turn info. Okay, it's not showing up because it's not static, so let's add this tag here. Okay. So let's see what errors we got. I'm sure there's a lot. Oh right, I always do this. Another one? Oh right, semicolon there. Okay, so yeah, this is in the check calculator. Okay, so we just piece index and then Lua state equals. Actually, does this have anything weird? Well, check calculator is going to change anyway, but. Because this, so board database. Oh, it doesn't have the database, really? But yeah, this check calculator and also the win-loss calculator will probably be updated to use Lua as well. So get game database. Okay. And also get mouse over. So this Lua translator just returns like the current state. So if something wants to find the move options for a state that's not current, they'd have to edit these return values, but okay, this does have the board and database. Okay, same thing here. see. Oh, something else. Okay, so yeah, this is figure next turn. So yeah, we need to figure out how we'll do this multi-turn. For now, we'll do if. Well, I think it's gonna give me trouble if I have a hard-coded false like that. Oh wait, it doesn't need the else at all. Okay, so if, there we go. Oh, I don't need that whole statement, so yeah, we'll come back to that. And then the win condition. Okay, so let's just yeah, and I think that now that we're making these calc states, we should, well, I don't know, it might generate a lot of garbage, but we'll just see how the game runs before we worry about it. Actually, we could even make all these structures because they're all immutable by design. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. So right here is going to, an array is always an object, so that will be some garbage, but it's not that much. Okay, well, we'll see how that works out. If it starts to give us some weird behavior, then I'll just move it back to classes, and if the garbage causes a problem, then we can always fix it later. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of warnings that we'll need to fix, but okay. Let's hope it loads. Okay, no value given for pawn move option function. Oh, right. Okay, so let's see. We can just change all occurrences of behavior to move option function. And we don't even need to restart the game. Key not found. Okay, that's... Mod translator, translate piece. At 86. is it? Right here. Okay. That's strange. So what happened? Cache name is the script name dot function name. And that should be the same as the let's just we'll just print and see what happens. Debug log set function cached name, and then in the mod translator say want function, and we'll see where the discrepancy comes from. I think I want to host over here. Okay, so movement work function, and let's see. Okay, so we had a problem, but for some reason it didn't. That's good. Cannot load script by default. Script should be in text files placed under okay. Strange, I guess. Moonsharp doesn't like being able to load the scripts by itself in Unity. Okay, so I guess we'll need to edit our Lua loader. Okay. So we'll really, let's just get this XML loader. I think it has a read stream. Does it not? Oh, well, I'm not. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, does it have current environment? Do. Okay, it does have do stream. I thought it did. So we'll just move the using up here. And then we'll return do stream. Alright, so yeah, we didn't really have to change anything in here. And the reason that didn't actually throw an exception, it just did a unity log error. So that's why I didn't break the... It looked like everything was working okay, but it didn't actually. Or wasn't actually. Okay, so we'll join here. Same old procedure. Let's watch. Okay, so nothing happened there. So once function, movement, work movement, and also set function. Okay, so that is kind of a problem. They should only set this once. It's an easy fix, but it doesn't really cause a problem. Let's see if... Okay, so it's attempting to index a nil value. Okay. So we're having a problem with Lua. So I need to... One thing... Let's see... Trying to look for the move option in calculator. Whenever we run Lua, we really should do a try get or try catch, and then it's a script runtime exception, and we'll need to expose this or write this to the log. But we'll do that at a later date because we'll probably move some of this code out into the script controller. So debug. Debug log exception. That's good for now. And so if return does not equal null, we'll do this stuff. Alright, and then yeah, we had the problem here. I think all I need to do is change this Lua functions into, oh wait, wrong thing. Change this from a list into a hash set. And what this does is it will automatically ignore duplicates. Okay, so let's build and run again, just to see what happens. We need to set up probably debugging in the Lua script itself, which I'll probably do after I make sure this works. Let's see. so yeah, it's messing up still. But let's see. So we want the function, and we set the function once, which is what I was hoping for. Attempt to index. Does it tell me what? Oh, okay, so the problem here is that it's telling me the call stack of the C#, which I really want to know what it is and what the Unity or Lua call stack is. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we'll have public void call function and then closure function. How will I do this? Look, let's just do it one argument. And then okay, so we'll do, I guess I'll copy what I've done here. And it'll return a dynamic value. So what we actually want to do here is Unity Engine debug log string format Lua exception and we'll do time, oh wait, Unity Engine time frame count and decorated message, and how easy would it be to get this to write to the log to the mod error log. Okay, first of all, we don't need so get or register. Okay, so all this does, okay, so it has that. We can actually move that into here. Script controller write to author log string message. Void. Okay, and then this mod error log will change this to be well, first let's get the script controller. Scripts equals scene game components script controller, and then the component key is Lua scripts. And instead of this, we can just say scripts write to author log. Okay, So we'll have this here, and then also we'll say write to author log. One problem is I don't know if we know the file. I guess hopefully it will say in the actual exception. That would be nice. Okay, we don't care about the time count. I'd like to put the date and the time at the beginning of each of these messages, but I need to look up how to format all that stuff, so we'll do that later. Okay, so now that we have that, the move option calculator needs to get the script controller. Scripts, and then instead of calling the function itself, okay, and so this script controller. Can you do that? I don't know. I was hoping that I could actually set the type, but okay, so I guess we will just stay with null. So this way we should be able to get a more descriptive error for the actual Lua script. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Yes, Lua exception. Okay, so it does not give the file name. That's kind of annoying, but so on line 4. Okay, and that's because just state. Also, I realized here the move calculation state should also include public int moving piece. And Lua translator will also need. So there we go. Alright, so let's close this. Oh, so all this is wrong now. Yeah, it's got the piece index. I guess we still need to keep it separate though. And one other place. Okay. Alright, but before we do that, we need to fix this. So we got state, board. Okay, so in our local piece index equals state moving piece. Or I guess we can just do that. Okay. Unfortunately, if we have a runtime error in the actual play scene, we'll need to reload the whole game, but we won't need to rebuild the second player at least. Maybe that's one reason why I should let you be able to exit a game sooner than later, but okay, so I'm not throwing errors but not getting any. Okay, I am still getting an error. Attempt to perform arithmetic on a nil value. So that's line 5. Okay, so oh, because I didn't put a dot right there. And then just need to show and explore and start up the game again. I don't have to build the whole thing. Okay. We come to the same problem we had before. Or do we? It seems like the X's are just shifted over. Huh. Bizarre. Oh, I know what it is. Okay, let's go back to the Lua. Where is it? Lua translator. It's again one indexed arrays versus 0 indexed arrays. So the moving piece, the index is +1 in Lua. We should probably add one here as well to the positions. And similarly here, should subtract one. Or let's do it right here actually. And then, yeah, we should make sure that that's a valid, but yeah, we're not doing any error checking right now. Okay, so let's see if this works right. Okay, we don't have to rebuild it. Oh, actually we do have to rebuild it, because I changed stuff in C#. Yeah, so trying to wrangle with 0 and 1 index lists is probably one of the main issues of trying to use Lua and C# together. But as long as you just always think about it, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. At least it's usually easy to find that error because you'll run into index out of range exceptions. Okay, so now it's working right. Okay, and you can see even those are out of bounds, but it doesn't throw any errors. Okay, and these pieces should be flipped. So we should probably have some kind of helper function that could flip pieces depending on the player. But I won't worry about that now. Okay, so now we know that it works for the most part. So what would be, I think, what would be the easiest piece to test next? Well, we already got rook here, so I guess we might as well. Okay, so let's see. Need some helper functions. Maybe we'll just include them. We'll write them in Lua and include them in the. Well, no, we might as well write them in C#. That way it'll run a little faster. Okay, so public, this would return a Boolean. And so the first one should be, let's test if an index is in range, so is valid board position. Okay, so I guess it shouldn't be static because we'll need to have certain values here. Moddable Chess. Or we just have a game. So we'll need the board. Oh, it's a scene component. That makes things kind of annoying. Okay, well I guess actually yeah, because it'll depend on whatever is in this board. In which case, should we just put it in the board class itself? Cool. Is valid position. So it'd be x greater or equal. So if x is greater than or equal to, there we go, greater than or equal to 1, and x is less than width, and y is greater than or equal to 1, and y, okay, less than or equal to length actually. Same with the width here. Okay, we can just return this. Okay, another one should be piece on position. I equals 0, I plus or I less than pieces length I plus plus. I remember here we're cycling through a C# list, so it's 0 based. So piece equals pieces I if piece dot position x equals x and piece dot position y equals y, then we'll return I plus 1. Otherwise we'll return -1. Could also just return 0, but so I think those are good. Okay, so back here, say local look ahead equals function start x start y So I get the state. And then increment x and increment y. And probably also the move table. Okay, so what we'll do here is basically, let's see, oh yeah, we don't have to do int, so local at x equals start x plus increment x so how do I want to do this? Okay. And then local at y equals. Okay, we should actually, I'm doing this wrong. So local at. Why does it start incremented at the wrong place? Equals start x plus increment x, and then local at y equals start y plus increment y. Alright, and this time this way we don't have to say while true, which is nice. So we do state board is valid position at x y. Okay, so now we need to see int, or wait, local piece at equals state board piece at position and then if piece at is greater than 0, don't need curly braces in Lua. Okay, so here we want to check to make sure. Well, so if this piece at is has a different player than us, then we'll add this option to the move table. Otherwise, we don't. So let's do local add to table equals. Okay, well, it'll be true by default. So. Let's see. And then local needs break equals false. So if state board get piece at dot owner or yeah, I guess we'll do equals. Let's see. So local equals state. So I guess we need another thing here. Okay, so moving. Okay, well the moving piece is in the state, so we're good. So local moving piece equals state board get piece state moving piece, and then we'll have moving piece dot position x, moving piece dot position y. Equals moving piece dot owner Yeah, I think ifs you have to put then at the end. And you don't need, you can do the parentheses like that, but I think it's not needed. Okay, so yeah, if the piece owner equals us, then needs break equals true. Well, actually, yeah, needs break will always be true if there's another piece here, because we'll break after this. But if the owner does not equal the moving piece, and this is how you say does not in Lua, it's different than most languages, then wait. So actually, I had it right the first time. So add to table will become false if they're the same piece or the same owner. Alright, so if add to table, then we'll do table insert m at x at y. Okay, and then if needs break, okay, then we break, and that will exit this loop, just like in C#. Okay, so now we'll call look ahead state m. So we'll go right first, and then look ahead state m left. Up. Okay, and so since the rook is symmetrical, we don't need to flip for the second player, so that's nice. Okay, so yeah, let's see if this works. Oops, left this running the whole time. I actually don't need to how do I? Oh yeah, because I added the helper functions, but we're not actually using that. Okay. So yeah, we'll need to rebuild the second player. Hopefully this will work right away. Okay, let's see if we're getting a cannot access field piece at position of user data. Did I make it? Oh, I said piece on position. I think piece at position actually is better. Alright. Alright. Okay, so no errors, but we're not getting anything. Oh, okay, no, it's that's weird, so we've got an infinite loop, it looks like. Oh, okay, I did make a big mistake, actually. Down here it should say at x equals at x plus increment x. I knew I'd forget to do this. Okay, so this actually brings up a good point. There are ways that you can have a Lua script exit after so many operations, and maybe we should implement that. But another thing I was going to say is you can have, okay, so we got to do it here when we create the new environment. This debug print, when you use the print function in Lua, it will write out a line for you. So we'll do Unity engine debug log string format, and we'll do the same. Let's just, oh wait, not system diagnostics. So Lua print. Time, frame count, and then S. Alright, need another parenthesis. Okay, so that will be nice. We can use that in the future. Will Unity wake up for us? No. Okay, well, I guess we'll stop it here. I kind of wanted to, well, no, I want to see if I can, here, I'll be right back. Let me, restart Unity. I really want to get this script working before we end. Okay, it's almost done loading. All right. So now I'll rebuild the second player, and we'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, I'll have to end it, but hopefully it'll show correctly. Okay, good, it does work. Cool. Good to see, no errors. Now one thing we should do is basically anything that we ever exposed to Lua, we need to check to make sure it won't throw errors. But okay, I was gonna see, but none of these would actually throw any errors, so we're good here. Because I think if a C# code that's called from Lua throws an error, I'm not exactly sure how Moonsharp would handle that, if it would throw a runtime exception or if it would lock the game or what. But anyway, this is all good. Cool. So I'm glad we pretty much got the rook movement working, and we'll work on the other pieces tomorrow. And then I actually, it's a good, let's see, can we actually move? Oh, it does. Okay, I wasn't sure if we could actually do that. Yeah, of course this doesn't update because we disconnected all the server messages right now. Yeah, so this player can't actually do anything. But yeah, good start. Alright, well thanks everybody for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 Eastern, and I hope to see you there. Thanks again. Bye bye.